मैं बोलूँ मोबाइल। हेलो, अरे ये कौन है? बैठो तो। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
वालेकुम सलाम।
क्या हाल चाल है सर? किस तरह का?
बस ठीक ठाक।
यार ये बताए, मेरी आवाज सही आ रही है?
हाँ परफेक्ट आ रही है। थोड़ा
अच्छा, इसका
इको है,
मतलब है
थोड़ा इको है मगर सही आ रही है बिल्कुल।
इनको क्या है? अब यहाँ पे रूम में हूँ मैं। सही इको खत्म नहीं हो सकता, रूम का इको नहीं खत्म हो सकता है। तो आप बताओ, अब बताएं क्या करें?
हाँ ठीक है, वैसे सही आ रही है, ऑडिबल तो है, सही है।
ऑडिबल है?
हाँ।
आपकी आवाज तो परफेक्ट आ रही है। अब कोई मुझे फोन ना करे वरना फिर गड़बड़ हो जाएगी।
तो तुम एयरप्लेन मोड पे कर दो ना इसको।
एयरप्लेन मोड से करूंगा तो कनेक्टिविटी रहेगी क्या?
तो फिर वाईफाई ऑन कर देना एयरप्लेन मोड पे करके।
आपका वाईफाई तो नहीं चल रहा ना? वाईफाई का हमारे पास पासवर्ड थोड़ी है। ऑफिस का इंटरनेट भी सही नहीं चल रहा।
ओके।
तुम कनेक्टेड हो? इसका मतलब मुझे चार्जर से भी आपको कनेक्ट करना पड़ेगा। और उसका मोबाइल डाटा खत्म हो गया तो गया। यस।
Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah, sir. All is well, sir. All is well.
जल्दी चल जाएगा.
Toastmaster Faizan, by the way, the COVID-19 does not transmit through electronic means. Please,
Fortunately or unfortunately, we are sitting in the same room, so we have to take care.
Okay. So, Toastmaster Rusa, I think we should wait for 5 minutes or so and then we can start because lots of people are here.
Yes.
Can we go to Saad? Sashil is there.
Yeah, despite his promise that he won't be able to make it, he is here. So, Toastmaster Saad, will you be taking up a role?
Farhan Haider. Acha, Farhan Haider. Okay. Farhan Haider, good to have you after a very long time. Am I audible?
Assalamualaikum, Imran and everybody. How are you? I'm fine. Yeah, I have come after a very long time.
Assalamu alaikum, Toastmaster Farhan. Good to see you.
Thank you so much.
Toastmaster Imran, if you agree, we can take introduction from the guests, the new people that we have today, and then kick off the meeting. Meanwhile, the other role players will join as well. What do you say?
Yeah, sure. So I request all those who are guests, write the word guest at the end of their name. We have Ikra Nadeem. Ikra Nadeem.
Yes.
Ikra Nadeem. So could we have your
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
could we have your brief introduction?
Oh, sure. I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Loud
can
and
hear
clear.
you. Yes, we can.
Okay. Actually, I did my graduation from University of Karachi, and then I started my career in trainings. I did young trainers, somewhat like that. from SOL. And then just because of my studies, I couldn't start the trainer career. Then I just graduated the month of December 2019, and then I have joined Darcy Securities, and I'm working as a research analyst. So this is the short introduction of my.
Actually, Toastmaster Ikra is our newest member.
Yes. Hello. Just.
Good to have you. I was trying to remember Ikra just then I. So I think we can start now. What do you say?
Yes, we can start.
Okay.
Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, welcome to 7th Speakathon of Karachi Toastmasters meeting of current year. Before we formally start the meeting, you all are requested to put your videos and microphones on mute mode unless called by the speaker to speak. Thank you. Who's the Toastmaster? Now with that, I would like to hand over the charge to our Honorable President of Karachi Toastmasters Club. Please welcome him with your virtual applause, Toastmaster Imran Rana.
Imran, you're not audible.
Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, you are. Yes.
Yes. Am I audible?
Please, yeah.
Are Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Fazan. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, a very good evening and welcome to another exciting meeting of Karachi Toastmasters Club. Today's meeting is a little bit different. It's called a Speakathon, and we are having Speakathon number 7, and this would be hopefully the last Speakathon of this year. We have, okay, amongst us, we have our new member, Toastmaster Ikra. Ikra, could we have? I would like to request once again to please give your brief introduction. Ikra, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Good. Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, so I have just introduced myself that I am currently working as research analyst at Dawson Securities. And I did my graduation from Karachi University in the month of December 2019. And I did trainer's course as well. That was, I am not remembering the name, but it was from the SOL. So I was really fascinated to that how the speakers speaks and the chunks that they use. So I really wanted to become a trainer, but just because of my studies and this job, I couldn't pursue myself as a trainer or as a speaker. Then I just got to know about Toastmaster. Then I have registered myself, and now I'm seeking that I might be able to speak the same as you people speaks. This is all about me.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ikra. Good to have you.
Thank
And
you.
amongst us, we have our regional advisor, DTM Farzana Chauhan. DTM Farzana, good to have you. Could we have few words from you? DTM Farzana, are you there? Okay,
No, sir.
as soon as she come back, we'll ask her again. So before starting, let's have a brief introduction what Toastmasters International all about. Toastmasters International is a non-profit organization established in 1926 by Dr. Ralph Smedley. It focuses on leadership and communication skills through different educational programs called Pathways. Currently, we have 11 pathways. The vision of Toastmasters is to make good leaders and create effective public speakers. With that, let us introduce our Toastmaster of the evening. What I can say, whatever I say, it would be not enough for him. He is an avid reader, he's a poet, and he is everything. And he is a rock star too. So please welcome our club growth director, and here he is. Please welcome our club growth director and today's VP Toastmaster of the evening. Please welcome DTM Talha bin Hamid. Over to you.
It was 20 years ago today. Sergeant Pepper taught the band to play. They've been going in and out of style, but they're guaranteed to raise the smile. So may I introduce to you the active not all these years, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Soon we will be, this is our 20th year, and so I thought that this would be the perfect way to start a tribute to Sergeant Pepper's by Beatles, which talks about a 20-year-old band, and we all are a 20-year-old band. Inshallah, on September 1, 2020, we will complete our 20 years. So I thought, why not start the excitement right now? Because usually such celebration lasts months and years. So welcome everyone. Thank you so much for making it, especially our honored guests, none other than those DTM Farzana Chauhan and our guest Kaniz Iqbal and our colleagues from Dow's IBHM Toastmasters Club, and of course our newest member, Toastmaster Ikra Nadeem. And don't worry, Toastmaster Ikra, you won't be asked to introduce yourself once more. We've had it twice already, so that's enough for now. So, as our president stated, this will be a special meeting in the sense that it will be focused on prepared speeches. That means that there will be certain segments that will not be present. Those segments are usually present in a Toastmasters meeting. So our first session will be the prepared speeches session, and our second session will be the evaluation session. Those will be the only two sessions that will happen. The table topic session will not happen today, but trust me, speakathons are unique because we experience so much during a speakathon. We experience a variety of speeches, we experience a variety of evaluation, and if you sit through one speakathon, I guarantee that you will emerge a much better public speaker, uh, even if you don't participate in the speakathon. So before we move further, distinguished Toastmaster Farzana Chauhan is here. So let's have a few words from her. DTM Farzana, over to you.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning. The time difference, correct? It is 8:50 in my part of the world. My name is Farzana Chauhan. I have been part of Toastmasters International for almost 10 years. 10 years will be in this August. And I have learned a great deal, not only in terms of speaking, but in terms of leadership journey, which is amazing for me also. But this proves a point that if you belong to a right organization and if you work hard, you see a growth and development which is not possible in any other ways. For new people and especially guests on this call, I will say don't be disheartened. Just continue to work on your journey and you will see the benefits in all areas of your life, not just in terms of speaking. Back to you, Toastmaster Stella.
Thank you so much, DTM Farzana. As always, it's an honor and a pleasure to have you. We have another guest that we missed out earlier. We have Toastmaster Kaniz Iqbal. Please let us have your brief introduction, Toastmaster Kaniz.
Can everyone hear me? Can you hear?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good afternoon from Kuwait. My name is Kaniz Iqbal, and I'm a Toastmaster in Kuwait. I'm a founding member of our club, Khush Bayan Club, the first club in Kuwait of Pakistanis. And then I'm also a coach and a mentor of two clubs, and I'm also founder of Leading Ladies Toastmasters Club. Toastmasters journey has been an amazing one, which is full of learning, and I would encourage everyone to be part of it, to see themselves. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kaniz Iqbal. You may have labeled yourself a guest, but it's an honor and a thrill to learn that you already are an experienced and honorable member of Toastmasters community, and we are privileged to have you with us. Let's start with the role players for today. Our first role player for today is Toastmaster Rusa Kaval, who is our word master. Toastmaster Rusa, please explain your role.
Thank you, Rikim Tala. I wasn't aware I was the word master. I'll get back to you with the word.
Sorry, can you come again?
I said I wasn't aware I was the word master as well, so I'll get back to you with the word.
Okay, fair enough. So you are the grammarian as well?
I'm the timer as well.
Oh yeah, you are the timer as well. Okay, so so who is the grammarian for today? Because it's not in the agenda.
Yeah, it's not assigned
Sorry?
as yet. It's not assigned yet.
Okay, okay.
Can I be the grammarian? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
Because
your interruption is
I
most welcome, Toastmaster Heba, and you can be the grammarian. So please explain
because
your.
okay. Okay, as the grammarian, let me switch on the video on my. Okay. As the grammarian, I will be making note of incorrect usages of grammar and words used during the prepared speeches. In this case, because it's a speakathon, and I would be highlighting them at the end of the session without taking the speaker's name, highlighting the correct usages, and I would also be making note of the interesting words used by the speakers during the speeches.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Heba. Next, we have our super grammarian, our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Faizan Abbasi. Toastmaster Faizan, please explain your role. Toastmaster Faizan, please explain your role. Okay, perhaps there's a connection problem. We'll come back to him later. Next, we have our counter, Toastmaster Navinta Karan. Toastmaster Navinta, please explain your role. Okay, Toastmaster Navinta has just messaged me that she'll join in a while, so no worries there. Okay. Next, we have our timer, Toastmaster Rusa. Toastmaster Rusa, please explain your role.
Yes, Toastmaster of the evening. I am timer for today, and I will be switching on green, yellow, and red lights. So the green light will be turned on the minimum qualifying time, and after a minute or so, the yellow light will be turned on. And the red light is after the final and the maximum time, which will be, if it is a 5 to 7 minute speech, the red light will be turned on at 7 minutes. And then you will have a grace time of 30 seconds. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rusa. Next, we have our vote counter for today, Toastmaster Shamam Khan. Toastmaster Shamam, please explain your role.
Hi, fellow Toastmasters and our esteemed guests. I am the vote counter for today, and my role is to receive votes and present the result at the end of the meeting. Today, we will receive the votes for 3 categories: the best speaker, best evaluator, and best of big 2. The way to receive votes today is through voting forms in a link that you will get in the Zoom meeting chat box. In case the voting form is not accessible to the members or to the guests due to non-supporting browsers, there is an option of sending a private message in the chat box. The vote should be sent privately to the vote counter, that is me, Shamam Khan. And like I said, at the end of the meeting, then when prompted by the president, I will announce the result of the vote. Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Toastmaster Shamam.
I just wanted to add one more thing. Our club also awards Critics' Choice Award and Best Facilitators Award. These will be picked by anonymous judges and will be announced by the president of the club at the end of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shamam Khan. As always, thoroughly explained and very well explained. Next, we have, do we have Toastmaster Faizan Abbasi, the super grammarian? Yeah. Toastmaster Faizan, please explain your role. Toastmaster Imran, what have you done with Toastmaster Faizan?
Infected.
He was there just moments ago in the same room as you. So what happened?
He's just joining.
Okay. So as Toastmaster Faizan joins, we'll ask our word master, also Toastmaster Rusa Kamal, to explain her role as well.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. The word of the day is rhythm, which means a strong, regular, repeated pattern of movement or sound. If we use that in a sentence, it would be like, without a word, she slipped into his arms and fell into the rhythm of his step. Please use this word in your speeches if you can. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rusa. So, finally, do we have Toastmaster Faizan? Yeah, there he is. He's wearing a mask. We don't know. Maybe you've done something to him. Okay, yeah, now it's confirmed it's him. So, Toastmaster Faizan, please explain your role.
As a super grammarian, my role is to note down the catchy and good phrases used by the speaker in the speeches. At the end of the meeting, I will call that phrases. And being a good listener, you all have to judge the name of the good speaker. And once you judge the correct name, you will be applauded virtually. That's it. But those who speak that word need to keep silent.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Faizan. And finally, we have one of the most important roles, and that role is, of course, Joke Master. So, Toastmaster Hiba Rais Khan, please discharge your duties towards adding humor and life to the meeting.
Okay, the first joke is, why did the robber jump in the shower? He wanted to make a clean getaway. The second one, what do horses say when they fall? Help, I've fallen and I can't giddy up. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hiba. Now it's time for the prepared speeches. And our first speaker would be, and I'll need the help of our VP Education in this regard, because I believe that there has been some reordering. So Toastmaster Rusa, would you confirm who the first speaker is? Is it Toastmaster Farhan Heather?
Yes, Toastmaster.
Okay. So So I did a little challenge for myself, and today I planned that I'll introduce each speaker through a verse, and then I'll write a verse while listening to each speaker's speech, and I'll say goodbye to them with that particular verse. So if our next speaker is deep in thought, his ideas are always well wrought. So please put your hands together for Toastmaster Farhan Heather. He will be evaluated by Toastmaster Hiba Rais Khan. Toastmaster Hiba Rais, please explain the project.
Okay, wait a minute. Toastmaster Farhan Heather is doing his dynamic leadership 1, research and presenting impact of corona. And the duration of his speech is 5 to 7 minutes. And the objectives of his speech are, purpose statement. The purpose of the project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Ladies and gentlemen, RTM Farhan Heather. Is he there?
Yes.
Yes, he is there. Yeah.
Am I visible?
Yes, you are.
Am I visible? Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can. We can see and hear you.
See and hear you. हाँ देखो वो लोग ओके बोल रहे नहीं बोल रहे.
Farhan Heather, everything is clear. Please go ahead. The stage is yours.
Wait for a while, only for seconds. I am uploading my presentation. So can you see my presentation? Can you see my presentation?
No, we can't, I'm afraid. You'll have
You
to
have to
share
share
your...
it.
You'll
Okay,
have to
so
share your...
let's start. May I start?
Yes.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and respected guests. Today, I would like to discuss a very common topic. We can say that it is like a talk of the town. Once we on our TV in the morning, all channels discuss about it. Then we start checking our messages, WhatsApp messages. Most of the messages we receive about how to cure it, allopathic, homeopathic prevention remedies. So you must have understood what I am going to talk about today. Yes, it is Corona, 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 Corona. I have taken 4 or 5 times names of this disease, so it might be sounding somewhere, it will get away. I'm just joking. I think I have heard more than 1,000 times this disease name in last 3 months. So I won't go into further detail. I've just made a little presentation in which I discuss about the death statistics, most affected countries, and what are the impacts of Corona in terms of negative and positive. So total death in world due to COVID-19 approximately 4,18,000. Total death in Pakistan, if we talk about approximately 2,700. And top 5 affected countries, number 1 United States, number 2 Brazil, number 3 Russia, number 4 India, and number 5 United Kingdom. As we know that everything has a negative and positive outcome, so let's start with the negative outcome. Our kids are not going to school right now, so they don't have any kind of activity to do something, so they keep on playing online games, maximum usage of gadgets, and we cannot say anything to them. These things are happening in front of us. We cannot tell them that go outside and play something, and we cannot take them along out in their shopping areas, food court, food centers. So they sleep late in the night and get up late in the morning. So they are being spoiled day by day, and we don't know that when things will get better. Number 2, last 4 months, almost the whole family is staying at home, and everybody is taking some kind of rest, but one person, we should salute to them. These are our home ministers, our women's, wives, daughters, sisters. Despite their workload should have been decreased, workload has been increased because they have to get up early in the morning. Since online classes have been started of kids, then maids are not allowed, so they have to clean the house, they have to do normal home chores, then lunch time, refreshment time, dinner time. So they are under tremendous stress. As a result, we keep on listening. Sometimes we get advices from them that what are you doing here? Why are you standing here? You have no idea what to do. So keep listening with very patience. Number 3, financial issues. Since lockdown has been, we can say that it's a 4 month, and most of the companies have been started downsizing, salary reductions. Some people have just started their jobs, businesses, but now we are facing trouble. So these are the basic negative impacts I can say. But if we talk about positive outcome, I would say that after 1 month, I decided that I should do these things which I do not want to do, which I did not want to do. I had a fear. I got scared. So I jotted down my goals. First, I started meditation and yoga, I used to do sometime, but not on a regular basis. But now I have enough time to do this. So whenever I do meditation and yoga, I feel some kind of rhythm. Number two, I started reading books. I know that it is very difficult for me to sitting in the same place for a long time, but now I'm getting used to of it. So I have started reading books, and then I'm spending more time with my family, especially with my daughter. I play 4 to 5 times Ludo with her, and now we have become very good friends. We keep talking. So these are the positive things. And lastly, I would say that we don't know that when we will get out of this disease. So keep distancing. To maximum time, stay at home, and keep your finger crossed. Inshallah, things will get better. Thank you so much.
Toastmaster Farhan, your speech was viral in more ways than one. It was a paragon of knowledge and fun. So thank you so much. Our next speaker is a ball of lightning, a flash of zest. Toastmaster Sidra Evan is one of our best. And she will be evaluated by, just a second, Toastmaster Zishan Khan. So Toastmaster Zishan, please describe her project.
Just hold on, please. Let me just pull it up. This is for TM Sidra, is that correct?
Yes.
The TM Sidra has a project called Connect with Your Audience. And the purpose of her speech is to practice the skills needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience. The total time of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. And the speech is based on the topic which is unfamiliar to the majority of the audience. Because you delivered this speech in your Toastmasters Club, you're familiar with the audience and members and preference and so on and so forth. But then selecting a topic which is new and unfamiliar to us, it's going to be a very big surprise. So without further ado, I would call TM Sidra on the stage and show her magic. Best of luck.
Thank you very much, TM Zishan. Just the rain track. Am I audible and visible?
Yep, you are. Please go ahead.
All right. So let me get into the camera. To begin with, I wish I could right now go and enjoy a cup of coffee at the cafe with my friends while enjoying the gossips that I've missed all this while. So nostalgic that I feel at the moment. Yet, I really need to catch up some work also, which, oh, good Lord, the VPN works so slow. Really, the office's IT is to blame. I feel so resentful and frustrated. God, and good Lord, my God, these kids have made this place a mess. I really cannot wait for their schools and nurseries to reopen so that I can get a break from this babysitting, which has made me feel so overworked. Oh Lord, this is bizarre. I feel like pulling my hair. I'm losing it. Oh, why did this have to start in the first place? It should be over by now. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, most of these rants might sound familiar to you all. Reason why? We are all going through the same at the moment and feeling the same hazardous emotions right now, which is the most critical yet unaddressed issue, i.e. our mental health, which, if not catered properly, might take a toll on our social lives and further deteriorate our mental health and behavior patterns, as we already started to feel that we are overwhelmed by this pandemic. This is high time that we all must accept that we have been hit by a viral infection, which has devastated the global economy, brought about the worst recession of the history, And to make matters worse, the restrictions of the lockdown, which are bound to kill us if not COVID-19. Take it from me. During this pandemic, I have been at home 24/7, and sometimes it feels like house arrest. So, and I didn't realize that I have been working at 300% capacity every day. This pandemic-driven lockdown has made me wear so many hats. Like at TMI, we play several roles. Similarly, at my home, in my real life, I have been performing so many duties every day. For example, a banker, a runner, a launderer, a cleaner, a cook, a babysitter, and whatnot. And that too without any special recognition or a pat on my back even. And eventually I snapped. Then I stepped back and took a deep breath to assess what is the root cause of my irrational behavior and all the negative emotions that I've just expressed in the beginning, and realized that there's nothing but me being reckless and less benevolent to myself. Then I decided to take control of the wheel and just drive the situation rather than being driven by it. Well, everybody will need to raise a question here that what can make you happy or satisfied during these miserable times? Would anybody like to chip in a suggestion that makes them happy during this lockdown or pandemic?
Reading.
Anyone?
Watching movies.
Okay. It makes you happy.
At least some form of entertainment.
I understand. And for the rest, I know I caught you guys off guard, but I really understand that there must be something or the other, which if you brainstorm, you might come up with an idea which makes you happy. And thank you, TM Hiba, for sharing entertainment as your go-to thing to be happy or to feel happy about. Okay, do we all agree that the grass is always greener on the other side? If we do, you may nod in agreement. No need to go through the hassle of turning on your mics. You can just nod in agreement, if I may see all of you guys. Okay. By far, I can see most of us agree to that. And believe me, we are on the other side right now. And the grass would inevitably be green if we water it by paying attention to ourselves, being cautious, and self-compassionate. Amidst all this uncertainty, we need to create balance and find harmony between our physical safety and mental and emotional well-being. For me, I would just like to ask, do you not see that this is the time that we might have been waiting for? You know, a break, a disconnect from the outer world, you know, to push a pause button? I gotta agree, I admit that I wanted it. Why? Because during this while, apart from improving in household chores and, you know, surprising my mom in the process, I was able to adopt a lot of self-improvement regimes. Would anybody like to tell me any new skill that they learned during this lockdown, or any hobby that they could find time to pursue?
Sketching.
Sketching, cool.
Gaming.
Gaming, okay. That you do it anywhere, so it's okay.
A lot of future planning.
More gaming. More of?
A lot of future planning.
Indeed, getting organized and, you know, plan. Yeah. So
I found myself becoming a vegetarian.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's an achievement. I really wish you all the best with that, by the way. I've been for a month.
I tried to be a vegetarian.
And? But you couldn't?
Use your imagination.
It's okay. The next level would be being a vegan. But that is even more painful. All right. So let me share my lockdown situation as well. Since I'm home and, you know, I'm trying to do something for myself, I was able to basically learn new indoor games. For example, Sequence, Scrabble, that gives, you know, mental benefit to you. And then reading, writing, videography, some things which I have never found enough time for. And of course, confidently going to the local sabzi wala and getting the groceries, social benefit. I've been able to sleep sufficiently, physical benefit. And most of all, most important of all, I was able to connect with my family more and find happiness in their gossips, which I otherwise miss when I'm at work. So despite of the fact that my heart grieves with the people who mourn deaths of their loved ones due to pandemic or other causes, I firmly believe that we can make a change by being positive, staying distant yet connected, and hope for better times to resume. So I urge all of you not to create another lockdown and the persistent lockdown. Take one step at a time, right? Be cautious, do your bit, just don't beat yourself up. We are all in this together. Be gracious to others, yet be very, very, I want to emphasize, and the whole thing is that be very, very kind to yourself. Try to look at the bright side of things, and you stay strong, right? With that, I would like all of you to please take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale, and stay strong. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Okay, Toastmaster Sidra, you spoke while walking around a paradise, making even the apocalypse sound nice. Making even the apocalypse sound nice. Our next speaker travels from afar. Toastmaster Latif likes to reach for the stars. He will be evaluated by Toastmaster Umar Hayat. Toastmaster Umar, please, the floor is yours. Toastmaster Umar, we can't hear you, I'm afraid. Can anyone else hear Toastmaster Umar? Perhaps it's something on my end.
No, I can't hear him either.
You'll have to change the setup a bit, Toastmaster Umar. Maybe your earphones or mic is not working, so maybe just do it directly.
Not yet.
No, still not audible. Just check your settings. Maybe check your audio settings in Zoom.
I don't think Umar Hayat is online. I can't see him.
He's coming back online
now. Okay,
yeah,
fine.
Great. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, perfectly fine. Perfect.
Okay, great. Apologies for that. Toastmaster Latif will be presenting his icebreaker speech from the Engaging Humor Pathway. The purpose of this speech is to introduce himself to the club. The speech title is I Am What I Am. The length of this speech is 4 to 6 minutes. Best of luck, Toastmaster Latif.
I can truly say, I am what I am. Not because for great decisions I have made, not because I'm so smart, just because I had people around me who has helped me, motivated me, and challenged me. Very often, I don't wanted to hear them, but I listened. It made the difference. We are born not to live isolated like an island by ourselves. We are born to live in community, to motivate, to help, to support one another. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am blessed, just not because I am a member of Karachi Toastmaster Club, but just such a lucky person I am, knowing that Toastmaster International is a club where you get upgraded yourself, just engaging yourself between one level, level 2, level 3, like this. There are two favorite lines of mine in Toastmaster website. One is build a better you. And second one is realize your potential. I myself, born in Karachi, pampered at home, spoiled everywhere. I'm in Middle East from last 25 years. Yes, this year, 2020, I am celebrating my Silver Jubilee year in Middle East. Age 49, qualification graduate, travel agency business of more than 15 years. Husband of one, father of one. And luckily, I am blessed with my parents and my brothers and all. Now, let me take you half a century back, or nearby half a century back. Born in 1971, in 1995, I got something to go with it. Like, for example, I wanted to earn money easily. And I thought, out of Pakistan, people make a lot of money. So I went and took step for Middle East. It's been 25 years. If someone asked me, how was your journey in Middle East? I will say it was a fantastic roller coaster ride. Why roller coaster? Because I have worked under many management. I have got to know with a lot of cultures, many friends, and many I got along with them for longer duration. Now, the interesting part, I didn't make enough money. That is also sad part or good part, but it's a roller coaster ride. Now, when I say a roller coaster ride, it's a journey. And when we call a journey, it comes to an end. Now I'm planning myself to come back and stay with my family, my home city, Karachi. Age 49, I said. Qualification, graduation. I was assuming, I was thinking what I can do more to earn a better life in Pakistan. I figured out myself that nobody will hire me in a good position what I have earned over here in the last 15 years. So I assume myself for driving an Uber car or little bit techniques which I know about photography to take photography as an event management plan. Then I assumed that I should work a clerical job from 9 to 5. But then I assumed, I even feel that it will be the same life what I have been living in Kuwait. Now, I don't want it to work in a travel agency. I figured out many options after this because I don't feel comfortable with any of what I said earlier. Now, I wanted to know how can I make living myself, but most of the time with my family. I realized there are freelancers working from home. Now, what I can do in freelancing, that is, I leave it on you for a while. Because, as I said, Toastmaster is a very good international firm. You get mentors to grow. And mentors are better than toxic friends. They help you grow, and your association determines your destiny. I found a mentor who helped me what to select in freelancing. I started learning 3D animations. As people were trying to get out of this Corona time, I was investing in this time. I learned many things which I could have learned in normal, after working hours for 6 to 7 months. In 4 months, I have been almost ready to develop my skills. In the end, I would just say, whatever you like to do, just feel yourself doing it every day. Once I assume to make films like Disney or Pixar. One more thing I would like to end with. It's let us be so busy to develop our skills that we don't have time to criticize others. Over to you.
A thinker, a traveler, an artist, a maverick. You are truly a mind-boggling bag of tricks. Thank you, Toastmaster Latif. And I believe that now it's time to adjourn briefly for Maghrib prayers. We will reconvene in 10 minutes time. So everyone, please offer prayers or have a cup of tea or do whatever you like for 10 minutes. And then we will rejoin at 7:40 precisely. Thank you, everyone. I believe we can resume. Toastmaster Urusa, are you back? Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
Okay, great. So, welcome back, everyone. And our next speaker also has a verse written for him. He manages to amaze every single time. Toastmaster Asghar has an eloquence divine. And his evaluator is Toastmaster Zishan Khan. Since he won't be delivering his project today, so I will recite his verse too right here. A bastion of culture, a wizard of words. Zishan is one of the best you've ever heard. So Toastmaster Zishan, please explain the project.
Thank you very much for such nice, heightened words. And coming from a mentor from your side, it's highly appreciated. Without further ado, TM Asghar. Where is the plus sign? TM Asghar is following a project which is Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring. The speech title is The Story of a Mentor and a Mentee. The purpose of the purpose statement or the purpose of the speech is the project is for the mentor to clearly define how Toastmasters envision mentoring, and this speech is for the member to share some aspects of previous experiences as a protege. The speech time is, I believe, 5 to 7 minutes. TM Asghar, the stage is all yours. Please share your experiences with us. Thank you.
DTM Tala, am I clear?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Have you ever reflected about the success of your life and wondered who had been there to help you along the way? On the surface of it, we sometimes feel that we walk or reach our victories alone. But if we think harder, we know that someone was probably there helping us to reach our goals. It has now been established that behind every successful individual, there is a mentor. Mr. President, dear Toastmasters, and our today's guest, I remember it so clearly. On a chilly January evening 2018, I visited Beach Luxury Hotel to attend a meeting with a strange name and even with a strange people, to grow myself as a communicator and a leader. Eventually, I started my journey with the club and flourished in all 2 years, so to speak. One person has been introduced as my mentor, played a key role along the way. I met this cute man in the very first day. Sitting at a back chair, I saw him speaking as a table topic evaluator with utmost confidence, fluency, and energy. He was wearing a sky blue Oxford shirt. I had no idea how he was speaking so confidently. And even I thought that I could speak like him if I would buy a shirt of a same color from a same franchise. But then soon I realized the logical flaw of my thinking and dropped the idea. My mentor was none other than DTM Samir. Fast forward a warm evening of 17/2020. Today, I'm so grateful that he took me under his wing. And he was not a one good man doing a one good thing to a one newly indicted Toastmaster. All of us who are sitting over here must have experienced DTM Samir's magnanimous spirit during our journey with Karachi Toastmaster Club, especially as a mentor. In Toastmaster, mentoring has a huge impact. It's a hallmark of the success of Toastmasters. Mentors grow their mentees as best speakers and communicators. They usually do it by reviewing their draft, their draft with suggestions and recommendations. My mentor DTM Samir sometimes suggested me, for example, to kill my darlings, my most audible, adorable, fanciful, beautiful, and witty sentences. Frankly speaking, initially I cursed him for his brutal suggestions and recommendations. But later on, when I reflected back, I found out that sometimes our most considered sentences may not be the relevant for a speech or an appropriate for an audience. Only mentor knows this. Now, not all Toastmasters can be effective and successful mentor. Being an effective mentor, one needs to show patience. Oxymoronically speaking, a mentor should be honest and diplomat, but at the same time. I vividly remembered sending my same draft to the DTM Samir more than one occasion. Each occasion, he dealt it patiently and sent me back, sometimes even without any changes in it. But believe me, unlike my primary school teacher, he never called me a duffer or a jerk. In mentoring, while everyone is involved in learning, the biggest beneficiary is the mentee or the protege himself, because the whole concept of mentoring revolved around him or her. But for that to happen, mentee must show initiative and listen with open-minded. There is always something to be learned from a supportive senior colleague with vast experience in Toastmaster program. But unfortunately, there are proteges who expect their mentor to develop their every single skill and choreograph every single situation for them. Now, it is maybe possible in coaching, but it is not possible in mentoring, because in coaching, one goal is focused for some short-term accomplishment and specific feedback, but every skill is expected from the coach. Whereas mentoring is focused on multiple and long-term goals. It supports largely protege in a non-judgmental way as he or she fine-tunes our speech for further improvement. Now, while coaching is largely a paid job, in Toastmaster program, we all know that mentoring is a pro bono, a sort of volunteer, which is essentially a volunteer with the monitoring the mentor, I'm sorry, as or her own goal and career beside mentoring us in our speeches. Above all, is a living individual with noisy sibling, irritating life partner, and in some cases, troubling mother-in-law at home. So, along the way, if you think that your mentor is not as responsive as you are expecting him, I would suggest you that he or she rightly deserves your benefit of the doubt. Please treat her or him as he or she deserves. Over to you, Toastmaster.
You wrote to a mentor of mentors amazed. All I can say is, as his mentee, you aced. Thank you, Toastmaster Azra. Our next speaker also needs no introduction. She is a shining beacon of light. Toastmaster Naveenta is a saver of lives. And she will also be evaluated by Toastmaster Umar Hayat. Toastmaster Umar, please introduce her project. Sorry, once again, you're not audible, Toastmaster Umar. Yeah. So Toastmaster Umar is using the ancient technique gleaned from ancient Egyptian texts about fixing things. and that is turn it off and back on again. It worked for him the last time, and I'm sure it will work for him this time too.
Is it fine now?
And yes, as predicted, it worked. Okay.
Apologies again. Toastmaster Naveenta is presenting her Level 2 project from the Leadership Development Pathway. The purpose of this speech is to observe your own time management patterns. The speech title is It's All About Focus. The speech length is 5 to 7 minutes. Best of luck, Toastmaster Naveenta.
Thank you, So, welcome everyone, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. My dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. So, it's all about focus. Why focus is so important in our lives? Maybe focus on your life, goals, wealth, work, health related. It could be anything. Why focus is so important? Because focus is the gateway of all the thinking process, your perception, your memory, your decision-making abilities, your learning process, and everything. Focus could be on your goals, your studies, your career, your relationships. It could be anything. But if you move away from the focus, it will lead you to an accident. How come? If you're driving a car and you're moving here and there, it will lead to the anxiety. And in anxiety, you will lead to an accident. So don't make your life as an accident. Focus on your life, lead a life. Take the charge of instruments of your life. Physiologically means like normally how your systems work, and psychologically by your mental health. Exercise the maths you want to talk, you want to calculate. Whenever we face a situation like in office or in work related or at home, we always says that the day was not good, my boss did it, if I would have done it, it would be better. My team members were not like proper to do this work, they were not compassionate. We have indiscriminate focus or attention, and if it will remain the same, how the universe will open up to us. Always remember, your focus leads to your reality. When you are so complicated in your head, you won't be able to evaluate the things. You won't be open up to the existence. How you will be open up to the existence when you are so much confused inside. Okay, so what is the differentiate between an ordinary person and a great person? The only difference is the level of confidence, the level of efforts that person is putting in. Have you ever seen a crane on water? Like he's standing in water for hours, pointing onto the water so deeply, like with one pointed attention. As the lots of fishes, tiny fishes, small fishes crossing by inside the water, it will allow to stand, it will allow the small fishes to pass around them, and he will not be satisfied with the small fishes passing by them. The crane will focus and wait for the big fish to come, right? So if the crane is satisfied with the small things, will not get the big fish. So similarly in life, if you are focused on the small things and you get easily distracted by the small things in your life, you won't be able to focus on the main important thing. The little things could be distracted by anything like your interpersonal issues, conflicts, health crisis, and financial crisis. So many things keep happening in your life. You should allow the small things to pass by and focus on what's important. Now, the next thing is how to make yourself like focus on things, how you can work on yourself. First of all, you should make fewer decisions, right? Whenever you wake up in the morning, just take a diary and make a note, fewer decisions. When you will see a task that I have to do a lot of things at a day, you will be able to do it successfully. But if you will divide the works into the short decisions or short works and manage the time accordingly, like 9 to 10 I have to do this thing and 10 to 11 I have to do these things, then you will be able to do it more effectively. Your goal should be like very much clear in your head, right? So have you ever heard progressive principle? The more you will be focused, the more you will progress, the more you will put the more efficient into your next project. So always try to do one thing in a day that matters to you. Okay, so for me, what works every day before going to bed, think about yourself, what you have done today, and what that thing has led you towards your goal. Like only a single thing a day, if you have done it perfectly, will bring a smile to you, and you will feel satisfied and relaxed when you will go to sleep. And definitely, this will give your mind, your brain, positive energy to work more nicely in the next time and the next goal. Right? So, okay. Sometimes we think we should always say yes, right? For me, it may not sound so compassionate, but you must say no to the things. People say no, life is all about saying yes. Yes to this thing, yes to this thing. But for me, it's always good to say no. Why? Because I have seen people always they say yes, and then they put their hand on their head, like, why I have said yes? I cannot do this. I'm so jumbled up in my own thoughts. How am I going to able to do it? Right? So always take time to think about the decision. Always take some time. Like evaluate yourself first. Like how this thing will help you lead your life. How it will help you unable to execute your goal. Always take some time and then say yes. Never say yes immediately. Always say no. Take some time, evaluate the things, pick the things to work on, and then focus on executing the right things for you. Right? Start your distractions, feed your focus. In the end, focus on yourself, focus on you until the focus is on you. Thank you. Over to you.
Your speech was a mirror to our souls. Indeed, focus is the key to our goals. Thank you, Toastmaster Navinta. Our next speaker is, okay, just a second. His sincerity and passion are plain to see. Toastmaster Ali Asher is truly out of the ordinary. He will be evaluated by Toastmaster Sidra Evan. But before we move on to that, DTM Farzana, I see your hand is raised. Do you want to say something?
I think it is raised from the beginning. I'm going to take it off.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. So, yes. So, Toastmaster Sidra, please explain the project.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, cool. Let me just quickly read his project. Apologies for the delay. My system got hung actually. I was defaming my office's IT. Now it happened to me. Anyway, just a second. All right, I lost it. And I seem not to find it. I think I lost his project list. Here, TM Ali Ashur Ali Anjum, all right? So this is his second speech, and I'm sorry I lost his evaluation sheet somewhere. Kind of see my notes.
It's evaluation
his
and
speech
feedback.
title is Feel It to Live It. This is his project number 2, second speech evaluation and feedback. In this, the purpose statement of this project is to basically present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply that feedback on this, that is second speech of his. So let's see the evaluation that he received. How well does he apply on this speech? The timing of this speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Best of luck, TM Asher.
I guess TM Ali is not here.
I think he's lost somewhere in the Wi-Fi.
Yes, I believe Toastmaster Ali has lost the connection. Just a second, because he disconnected and then reconnected.
Hi, I'm so sorry. I don't know how did I disconnect. Am I there?
No, you're there. We are talking about the speaker, Toastmaster Ali Ashur Ranju. Actually, he apparently got disconnected.
Yeah, me too. Did you get what I said about his speech and everything?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course, we did.
Sure.
So, okay. So, okay. While we wait for Toastmaster Ali Ashur, we can move on to our next project. And our next speaker is humble and kind, gentle and generous. Toastmaster Imran Rana is scarily virtuous. Toastmaster Imran, your evaluator also has just joined, and he is someone for whom you all heard an ode just now from Toastmaster Asghar. So, BTM Samir, please introduce the project delivered by Toastmaster Imran Rana.
Today, Toastmaster Imran Rana will be doing his project number 9. And it's from the old CC manual. The time is 5 to 7 minutes. And I don't have the title of his project because he didn't send it to me, but I think he sent it to you. I think it's on the agenda. So Toastmaster Imran, please take it away.
Am I audible?
Toastmaster Imran, what is the time?
Yes, you are.
Time is 5 to 7 minutes.
All right.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. More than a year ago, my cell phone rang. Yes, that's how it rang. Hello, this is Club Nomination Committee. We would like to congratulate you that the seniors of the club has nominated you as president for the year 2019-2020. Please let us know about your concern to work as president for KTC. I would have responded no immediately, but I was paralyzed. I believe I should be thankful for that. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, what could be my answers after all this discussion? Yes, a big no. To support that no, a series of thoughts jumped into my mind. I'm not good enough to become the president? How can I make decisions? It would be more like an innocent, poor, miserable lamb surrounded by so many legendary lions. As I thought, more and more reasons came to my mind. I'm not capable. I'm not a good speaker. I cannot stand in front of the audience. I have too much work in office. And DTM Rashid Dastaki is my boss. So I said no. I won't go into details, but I spent the next few days in discussion, lasting several hours. In the end, I discovered something odd. The entire world wanted me to be the president, except me. I was in a funny situation where I was being told that I was the perfect choice for president, and I couldn't convince myself. In the end, I realized that there's only one way to say yes and 1,000 ways to say no. Saying yes takes courage, while saying no is an easy way out. I discovered that sometimes our doubts are just laziness, and that so many people believed in me, so I should believe in myself. No prizes for guessing that I accepted the nomination. Fellow Toastmasters, life is all about progress, and same for Toastmasters. You start out as a member and after some time become part of the executive committee, then you graduate to VP Education and President. But now even more horizons have opened up. Ever since we became Territorial Council last July, we have now a formal district structure. Toastmasters International consists of several regions. Each region consists of districts. Each district consists of divisions. Each division consists of areas, and finally, areas bring us to the basic building blocks, the clubs. Pakistan is designated as District 122 TC. It has two divisions, Division A and Division B. Division A consists of Punjab, Salbaan, and KPK, while Division B consists of Sindh and Balochistan. Division B has now 3 areas, and our club KTC is a part of Area 1. Each area has its own area council headed by area director. Each division has its own council, which is headed by division director. Moving further in the hierarchy, we have finance manager, PR manager, and administration manager. And finally, the district trio, which consists of district director, program quality director, and club growth director. Did I say finally? No. The Toastmaster leadership continues when you rise above the district level. Now you have the opportunity to become regional advisors, international directors, and finally, the international president. If you don't choose the path, if you don't choose the leadership track, you have always chance to compete in international speech contests and ultimately become the world championship of public speaking. As I earlier said, Toastmasters is all about continuous progress. Serving as executive member paves the ways for presidency, which in turn clear the path for area and division leadership. You won't stop at the same time, at the same place year after year. You have to progress. Fellow Toastmasters, there are 1,000 ways to say no, but it takes courage and willingness to serve and to say yes. And that is what convinced me to say yes. And I urge you all not to find reasons not to do things, but to accept challenges. At Toastmasters, there are people who will help you, who will guide you, whatever role you play. Fast forward to 2035, I can see KTC has expanded to 200 members. And I can see members are enjoying buffet at Beach Luxury Hotel in a cost of 100 rupees. My goodness, there are 20 members who are participating in the meeting from all around the world. And here comes the Toastmaster of the evening, DTM Osama Kadia. He's making a surprise announcement. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, we have a very special message from International President DTM Imran Rana. Wait, it doesn't have to be me all the time. It can be you. It can be Toastmaster Fazan. It can be Toastmaster Hiba. All you need is to say yes. Over to you, Toastmaster.
An unwilling president, a leader peerless. In your presence, we are forever blessed. Thank you, Toastmaster Imran Rana. And I am elated to report that Toastmaster Ali Ashar Anjum has joined us, and he's back with us. So Toastmaster Ali, first of all, I had a little something for you. Perhaps you missed, yeah. Did you manage to hear it or not?
Yes, I can manage to hear you. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Your evaluator is Toastmaster Sidra Evan. So Toastmaster Sidra, please explain. I think the project was explained. Am I right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So you can start, Toastmaster Ali.
Okay. Good afternoon, Toastmasters. According to Will Rogers, if you want to become successful, know what you are doing, love what you are doing, and believe in what you are doing. In 17th century, a young Isaac Newton was sitting under the apple tree, and suddenly he bumped by the fruit on his head, and then Newton came with the law of gravity. Isaac Newton was a successful, a passionate scientist. His passion for physics turned a falling apple into a law of gravitation. And we all know this all. This is a famous law for all of us. Toastmaster, Newton was just as normal as you and me, but he is loving what he's doing. He's feeling what he is doing. I believe that while the electrolytic experiment, Faraday would have felt the electrons, and Rutherford must have imagined the whole atomic structure in his mind. They all feel the science like no one else, and that's why they are successful. They love what they are doing. Toastmasters, it's very important to be a passionate professional. A passionate professional can feel compassion for the beneficiaries and for all the people he's associated with. He loves his job from his heart. But we must not just survive with the job. We must love the job by heart. We must not neglect the emotions, the feeling that are associated with the job. Like a mother who cannot ignore a child in her womb, a child which she carries for the 9 months. And that's why no one can compete the love of the mother with her child. And that's very important. That is very important. That feeling ignites love. If we eliminate that feeling, so where is the love? It's very important. Toastmaster, the whole love between the mother and the child is associated with the feeling. Similarly, we must not neglect the feeling and the emotions that are associated with our profession. We must know what we are doing. We must love what we are doing, and we must love how we are doing, and we must know the importance of what we are doing. In 2015, I was quite frustrated, a bit nervous about my future. I don't know what to do at that moment. For just a relaxing exercise, I started meditation. As I close my eyes, for first instant, I can feel the murmuring and chanting of birds. But I need more focus. I need more focus. So I in my imagination, I push myself 20 years ahead and think what would I will be doing at that instant. What I saw was just amazing. Just amazing that that people are waiting for me. They are striving for their life, and I am going to them to raise the hope in their lives. On other instinct, I push myself in another scenario in which in a starry nights, somewhere on the earth, I was writing something on my notepad. Eventually, I fall asleep. I woke up with the chants of the children around me. And as I woke up, I opened my eyes. What I saw was just amazing. I saw children around me having smiles on their faces because they are going to school for the very first time due to me. And that was the impact. That was the impact of my existence. That was the impact of my existence, my field. And at that moment, I realized that it's important to feel and love what you are doing, whatever you are doing. From Rutherford to Faraday, from Steve Jobs to Bill Gates, or any other successful guy, they are loving what they are doing because they know the impact of what they are doing. If we just neglect the emotions, if we are not satisfied with our job, so what is going to happen? It's going to annoy you. It's going to annoy you. And so it's very important, and you cannot put your effort in the right direction. And eventually you would be not successful. So it's very important to love, because love and the feeling can change the person, change the spectrum and the dynamics of personalities. Because if a person feels affection and attention, he falls in love. If a citizen feels for his nation and state, he became a patriot. And a person became an active listener, a confident guy, an eloquent speaker. This is the feeling of those masters. This is the feeling of those masters, and we all have that feeling. We can feel that we are loved to be the Toastmaster. And we know the importance of each word we utter in these meetings, because these all words are the journey towards the leadership. Over to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Toastmaster Aliya Sharanjam, you told us to feel and swept us away. Your passion came across clear as day. Thank you so much. I will need a little assistance from our VP Education, Toastmaster Rusa. I believe 2 speakers are left now. One is myself and one is Toastmaster GQ. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so
yes.
I believe that Toastmaster GQ will join us a little bit late, right?
He won't be able to join.
Sorry?
He said he won't be able to join today. I just got a message.
Okay, fair enough. So unfortunately, that leaves me. And obviously, I did not write any verse in my praise because I can't. I'll just hand over the charge to Toastmaster Asghar to explain the project. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, GTM Tala bin Ahmed. Dear Toastmaster, our next speaker will be Tala. Tala is someone who literally pampered us. I mean, he is not a Toastmaster. He just owned all of us. We can't reciprocate his poetry. We can't reciprocate what he usually does to encourage us. Uh, let be a formal, and the formality is he is doing a project, in fact another project from the strategic relationship of the pathway, level 1 evaluation and feedback. In this speech he is supposed to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback and apply the feedback to a second speech. He already delivered the speech, and I have the area of improvement and a strong area in front of me. And today I'm going to see or observe whether he'll be successful to fulfill the areas where he was supposed to recommended to improve. Over to you, Tala. I can see there is some noise in the background. I can hear some noise in the background. I mean, make sure that they are not coming from you.
Okay.
Toastmaster Tala, can I say something poetic in your introduction?
Yeah, sure. You're welcome. Please go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, so let's all welcome distinguished Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid. We all know his speech would be pellucid.
Okay. Thank you.
Just a second. Toastmasters, am I audible? Okay. Speakers are acting up, so.
Hello.
Yes, Toastmaster Talha, you are audible.
So now, Toastmasters, is it better?
You're audible and visible, Toastmaster.
Okay.
Okay. Am I audible? Am I clear?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks. So I'm just juggling between two devices here. So let me just disable one.